making a contribution makes me the solution. It starts with me, I must admit. But still I can't quit. Spend my time complaining to no benefit, but nah, making a contribution, so that makes me the solution. Follow me now if you ready to do more than just talk. Walk with me, be the solution. Offer critical thought for the youth, be the solution.
MLB The Show's coverage of Saturday Night Baseball is on the air from Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Tonight it's the third of this four-game weekend series between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Indians. Indians baseball comes your way next. Kristen McKenzie, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Manny, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 9 in his last 3 starts, and he has to do a lot better. This guy isn't that bad of a pitcher, but one of the keys, he needs to start limiting the number of hits and to limit the number of base on balls. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn things around in this one here today.
Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
Swung on, but fouled off to the left. One that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And that'll manage to hop over the wall. He'll be at second to start the game on a ground rule double.
Just a great approach at the plate right there. Takes that pitch on the outer half and goes with it. He clearly hit it well because it bounced right over the wall for a ground rule double.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. As he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. He'll start this one at 269. No home runs yet in this first month, and with just the lone RBI. Just missing here, 2-0.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
High in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder, and he makes the catch in the corner. The tag, and he is out at third base. It's a double play. So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the big bat of Aaron Judge. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
One thing I'm going to keep my eye on with this young starter on the mound is how he's able to stay ahead of hitters. It makes pitching at this level a lot easier. And when you're trying to establish yourself in the big leagues, you're going to have a much better time doing that if you attack hitters from the get-go.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge. Softly hit down the line, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. Giancarlo Stanton will get a chance in the inning following the base hit.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, Dero. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
But check in with an average still south of 230. 4 home runs and 14 driven in. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Ramirez gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. 1 left for the Jordan Montgomery, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last 3 starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, they lost their last game. It was only by 1 run.
I got 2-1 the count.
They should be able, those are the tough ones, but they should be able to put this one behind them.
Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. Judge is there, 1 away. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. What's the key for a home victory tonight, Dero?
Matty, I know I'm stating the obvious, but the middle of the order has to come through today. You got guys that are playing way above their pay grade on the periphery, and it's time for them to look and see the big boys do their job.
2 balls and no strikes.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
In the air, down the line in left. On the move is Stanton. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Next up is Jose Ramirez, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
And a curveball, 79 miles an hour. It's in there, 0-2.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Swing and a liner, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ball 2.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
3-2 now. Good battle. Count remains full. Payoff pitch one more time. Chopped in front of home plate. Throw on to Voit takes care of him, and the inning is over. Tribe turned away in the first. We played 1. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the DH, Andrew McCutchen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The 0-1 delivery. And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone. I think he's a very friendly pitcher's umpire.
Now here's the first offering. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Swing and a high fly ball out to left field. Going back is the center fielder. On the warning track, he makes the catch. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. And now the first pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Here's the pitch. 3-0 now.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here. 2 down with a runner at first, and that'll bring up Gary Sanchez. From the belt, the pitch. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Hey, that's a huge set-the-tone pitch right there. To a great hitter, you do not want to fall behind 1-0 and have him sitting all over a fastball or guessing what you throw next. You get ahead 0-1, and now the count's in your favor, and you and your catcher can start doing some things.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me with this. The Yanks leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. First pitch coming. Here it is.
The right fielder, Rodney.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Into right field. That's a base hit.
I guarantee you at release point, he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up, middle of the plate, usually gets deposited in the seats.
First pitch on the way. Runners off for second. Hit on the ground to third. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. Next to hit is Bobby Bradley. He's ready for his first at-bat of his early season contest. Yanked on the ground down the line. The 0-1 on its way. Reyes leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Off-speed pitch just missed inside. Up in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Andres Gimenez the next to bat. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Oh, and he misses it. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Fastball called for strike 2.
Make a good pitch right here and get your offense back in the dugout after only giving up 1 run.
Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run. Ready now is Joey Gallo, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting.
Here's Didi Gregorius. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty. 1 man out. 2-0 now.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
2 balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
And this one is over, and he works the count back to 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch.
Full count. 3-2.
Hot shot down the line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
DJ LeMahieu is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. That's wide, 2-0. Runner at second here with one man out. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? So stepping in is Aaron Judge, trying here to plate the tying run from second. First pitch of the AB on its way. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. The set and the 1-1. Oh, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Man, I'm interested to see this next pitch. 3 balls pounded on the inside half of the plate. He either has no respect for this hitter, or he's setting him up to go down and away.
Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Bottom of the third now, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Austin Hedges.
The catcher, Austin.
And that misses ball 1. Ground ball right side. He's got it. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, number 1.
So one man gone for Cleveland here in the third. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. No balls and 1 strike. Rosario, a former New York Met. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
But taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher. First pitch on its way. Bradley Zimmer will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
You have to be careful. You can't sleep on the bunt right here, even with 2 outs. They're playing him back, but this guy can handle the bat.
Count now, a ball and a strike. So 1-1 home. Trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get fouled. Here comes the 1-2. Is swung on and missed, strike 3. Down in order go the Tribe, but they're up 1-0. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. On the line, that's a base hit. Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will. And Showtrack tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by. So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Swung on in the dirt, and that's a strikeout.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
So weighed out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. find the zone with the slider. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. And he stays alive here as he gets a piece of this, and in turn, he gets a piece of the catcher behind the plate.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there, a little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
And he struck him out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes,
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Jose Ramirez, and it's fouled away. Popped him up. LeMahieu has a play. 1 down. Now 1 down with the bases empty, and here's Franmil Reyes stepping in. This one for the shortstop Gregorius. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th. Stepping in next, Harold Ramirez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. The windup and the 0-1. Lifted down the line in left, and this will wind up a foul ball. 0-2, here it comes.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Line drive to left, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hit streak going.
you know what, and this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Fouled off. And another foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Ramirez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
Nope, that's down.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Grounded up the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Swing and a liner. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. One left for the Tribe, but they lead it 1-0. Welcome back to Progressive Field in Cleveland as we send it down to Heidi Watney. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And the next to bat, the Dominican-born catcher Gary Sanchez. In there, and it's 0-1. Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. And it's 0-2 to Sanchez.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings. And this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Hit sharply on the ground. And that is through into left. And an 0-2 mistake here results in a leadoff single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good two-strike adjustment and able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Joey Gallo will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. That's inside. 2-0. Nobody out, runner on first. Outside, 3-0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
3-1 the count now. 3-2 to the Yankees center fielder.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
That's fouled off to the left side as he makes him do it again. 3-2. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. One away. So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. He doubled his last time through.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
Behind 0-2 now. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt.
Always tough for one of these base umpires to make a call on a guy's check swing. It's not a great angle, and everything happens so quickly, so they really have to be paying attention out there. Looking at the replay, I think he got it right, so that's a tip of the cap for the blue.
DJ LeMahieu stands in as he looks at ball one here. Bouncer up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 0-1 offering.
Look out, 1-1.
2 down, runners at first and second. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
And that one yanked just foul. The 2-2. Hit out towards second. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Yanks set now for the bottom of the 5th, and that'll bring Andres Jimenez into bat.
The second baseman.
This is line to left, and that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. So a productive start to the inning for the Tribe as their leadoff hitter is aboard. Oscar Mercado digging in now, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Base hit into right center. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Number 17.
At the plate, Austin Hedges.
Ball 1.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Down the line and fair. That's a hit. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
Hey, D-Roll, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hitting extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
No hits to this point. Now both runners on the move. Swinging the ball line softly down the line and left. But that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now. Indian shortstop behind 1-2 in the count.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
Here now the 2-2. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lazy fly ball out to center field. There to take it is Gregorius for the first down.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him up, but he clearly had it under control.
Bradley Zimmer is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Mercado on second. Hedges is over at first with one away. Yank fouled off to the right. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bradley Zimmer.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. The throw pulls him off the bag.
Yeah, and I can speak from experience, and I can tell you, on a night like this, it's tough to get a good grip on the ball. It's a little frigid out there, and he might have lost a little bit of feeling in his fingers. Never easy to make a good throw when that's the case.
Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. An absolute dime to the plate for the final out. Certainly worth another look. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Now to the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
This is where the pressure starts to build a little bit on an offense. It's not late enough. I mean, you don't have to start panicking right now, but this is where you're looking for someone to light a spark to get back in this game.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. 2-0 to the Yankees left fielder.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strike out there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
Andrew McCutchen is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Now McCutchen belts one, carrying well to left field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
So up until this point, they've had to bite and scratch for every single thing. But he puts a good swing on this one and nearly knocks it out of the park. So we'll see if it's contagious and his partner can pick him up right here.
Luke Voigt is in for the 3rd time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. On a slope to the second baseman, but the runner is back to avoid the double play.
The batter, the third baseman.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left to board, but he cannot lose this one. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those were 2 bad swings, but he hits middle of the order.
But we'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Not me.
Ball, that counts.
Reyes.
In his career, Reyes carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. In there, 1-2 now.
The count is 1-2.
Oh, and he clobbers this one, but this is going to be a foul ball as it clears the wall. Here he comes again, 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Gotta believe that was a mislocation because it missed right down the middle. This guy's gonna have nightmares at the plate thinking about missing that one.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. High in the air out to center field. Gallo is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The left fielder.
Now it'll be Harold Ramirez. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out. Next to dig in, Bobby Bradley. First pitch on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 2 runs, 6 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. And there's ball 1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Lifted down the line in left. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
Had to be sitting something hard right there because he gave up on that pitch, but it was right down the chute.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. And he fouls this one off.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
A bouncer to the left side. Right to him. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single.
Boy, D'Lo, this looked like one of those easy 1, 2, 3 innings. Next thing you know, a little swinging ground ball and a 2-out infield base hit.
Yeah, it's never too late, and you never know when a rally's going to start. It seemed innocent early on. He got 2 quick outs, but now we see traffic at first.
The 1-1 pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Indians leave 1, but they hold a 2. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up Gary Sanchez. First pitch of the AB now. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. Hit in the air there down the right field line. And a perfect start to the 7th, as this should be extra bases. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
So that brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The 0-1 pitch. Tough to do much with that one. A swing and a miss.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1 and 2.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
To first. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Didi Gregorius. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
0-1 count, here's the pitch. And this one's downstairs, it's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Left side, but well foul.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Grounded to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the second out, but meanwhile, the run is in to score.
Now batter, the second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. 0-1 the count. And now a pitch on the way. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Ew, is that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. David Robertson is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Number 30, DP.
First offering on its way. Oscar Mercado is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. The 1-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. LeMahieu's got it, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The catcher, number 17.
1 out now for the Indians in their 7th, and Austin Hedges will be the next to hit. On the outside, Black, good pitch, called for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, gotta feel like it's a win for the offense.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Austin Hedges becomes the second out of the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a liner. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Go down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Emmanuel Passe is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Aaron Judge is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. In there, and it's even at 1.
Woo, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Line toward right center. And that'll be a base hit. So very quickly here, the potential tying run is aboard to start the 8th.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the button right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0.
You can bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
Nope.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will, and Showtrack tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by. Shohei Ohtani will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 17.
First pitch on its way. The 0-1 on its way.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now sure would be a good time.
And he takes a called strike 2. Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They really got him figured out.
Luke Voigt comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
And he takes a look at strike 3 called, and that's as important as they come there. 2 big outs now. Striding in is Gio Urshela. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Called strike at the letters, 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
Count even at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. There's a ball into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Judge rounds third and is striding for home. He'll score, and the Yankees have drawn even. It's a 2-2 game.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sink and cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
So far, 2 for 3 in this one. A little bouncer. To the Yankees catcher. And he lays off enough to even the count 2-2.
Now 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. This is when you have to make a pitch right here. The last thing you want to do is run the count full to 3-2. Then the runners are going to be off to the races.
Stanton over at second. Urshela at first. 2 out in the inning. Belted. Deep center field. A ball that's carrying. And he brings it down to end the inning as the go-ahead run is left stranded. But the tying run has come across here. And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer.
Leading up for the Indians, the designated hitter, Bradley Zimmer.
Here's the first pitch. Way late on the fastball for strike 1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Here's the first pitch.
Hey, this one's tied late in the game. As a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there 1-0.
Fouled away. Robertson's ready. Here's the 1-1. A bouncer to the left side. Reined in. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. And now in the box, Franmil Reyes. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. In there for strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
Thought this middle of the order might give him a fight and put up a little bit of resistance, but that hasn't been the case.
Thought we'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Nick Whitgren will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. Now to bat, Joey Gallo for his career in this matchup. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Throw gets him, 2 down. And now, DJ LeMahieu. He went down on strikes last time up. First delivery to him. To center field. Mercado gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. Yanks go 1-2-3. score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Stepping in once again is Harold Ramirez. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Number 63 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager. First pitch on its way. This is in the air out to right field. Heading after it is Judge. He's there and records the first down. Now at the plate is Bobby Bradley. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And he lays off there 1-0.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting his seed.
And this is down for extra bases. And there's your winning run moving into scoring position. And he'll get there at third, and now the winning run's only 90 feet away with just one out.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers think that he's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Andres Jimenez is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one.
Boy, this is a dicey situation right here, D-Roy, with the runner in scoring position. The sac fly brings that run in. This is where you're going to really have to try to keep the ball on the ground as a pitcher. What do you want to do as a hitter, D-Roy?
Yeah, right here, you are looking for anything above the belt. You see it up, you have to let it go. This is where you have to check your ego at the door. Something has to be elevated and put...
Slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. Now the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Throw in time at first for out number 2. Chance to walk it off, and now here is Oscar Mercado. Though they might pitch around him here with a couple of bases empty. And he gets it down, but it's going to be a foul ball. Couldn't steer it fair. The 0-1. The runner's breaking for home. The bunt attempt is popped up. Big spot here. Possible winning run at third. 2 down. Hit the other way out toward right field. Judge is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for the Tribe. And this game is still tied at 2. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. He'll be the one to lead it off here in the top of inning number 10. Here's the first pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
This has to be a productive at-bat right here. I know you want to drive the run in and get the RBI, but you have to find a way, bare minimum, to move this runner over to third.
Nador will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 12.
The 0-1. Shot towards second. Well, this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out. And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. And a chance they walk him here to set up a double play that would keep the game tied. Changeup called strike 1.
Hey, great job pounding the zone strike 1. When you got a great hitter in the box, you got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Hit high and deep to right center. Center fielder giving chase. Lays out, and he's got it. A great play for out number 2. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Had to go a long way to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track data. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 120 feet to bring it in. No doubt that grab saved extra bases. Shohei Ohtani is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. And he bats in a big spot here. Go ahead run at third, 2 men out. Here's the 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. One and one. Here it is. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Now the 1-2 pitch. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after Odor will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second. Big at-bat now, and here is Austin Hedges. The winning run stands at second base. Here's the first pitch. Hit to first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. And that would bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Jordan Hicks, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound. Here's the first pitch.
Ball 1, no play.
Situation to be up at the plate right now, but if you're on the mound, there is absolutely no reason to give in to him. Stay on the outer quadrants of the plate and don't get beat in the middle.
Well, obviously not biting on the first 2, so it looks as though they'll just go ahead and wave him down to first base for free here. At the plate now is Bradley Zimmer. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
1 ball, 1 strike.
It looked like the fastball got away from him there.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
2-1 to count. Just low with the slider there. That's ball 3.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
And the count will be full. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Grounded to third. Scooped up. Odor on to Voit. An inning-ending double play. That's how you roll it. 5-4 to 3. A double play sends us to break. 10 innings in the books. On to the 11th. Still tied. Brian Shaw picks the mound to start the 11th inning. Now at the plate, here is Luke Voit. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. The 1-0. Try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2.
Count is 2-1.
Now the 2-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mercado is right there, 1 down.
Now batting.
Up next, Gio Urshela, and a chance they walk him here to set up a double play that would keep the game tied. Shot towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out. So a runner at second, 2 down now, and the next to bat, the Dominican-born catcher Gary Sanchez. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Now the 2-1. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 in the dirt, and now let's see. But it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the. Digging in will be Jose Ramirez, and he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. Hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Ball no strike.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
And this will be fouled away. Now the 1-2 pitch.
Good fastball there. Didn't get the swing, but the guy at the plate isn't someone who chases many bad pitches.
And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. Big spot here, and it'll be Franmil Reyes. The winning run stands at second base. Here's the first pitch. Well, they miss with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and put him aboard here. And they'll do just that as you see the signal from the dugout. Miles Straw will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. Here's the first pitch. The 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Chad Green comes on now, and he's just hoping to keep this thing tied. No save opportunity here. A ball and 2 strikes.
Count is 1-2.
Misses badly. It's ball 2. Possible game winners at second base here with 1 away. Swing and a little blooper to center.
Field fly is there.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bobby.
Now into the box, Bobby Bradley. He bats with 2 outs and the winning run at second. Here's the first pitch. A big roundhouse curveball in there for strike 1. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Boy, this guy comes out of the pen. He loves coming in spots like this. Tight situations. This is exactly the type of game
threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Miles Straw will stick around. On to the 12th frame in this one. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Joey Gallo. Here's the first pitch. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball one. The 1-0.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
The 1-1 pitch. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at-bat.
That's bounced foul. It's 2-2. Pitch takes off inside and gets away. Throw goes over to third, and it's too late as he's in there. And the recovery's not going to be in time at third, and that should be ruled a wild pitch. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. In here as he reaches to foul this one away. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the go-ahead run stays at third with one big out on the scoreboard now. Programming note to pass along here. Due to the length of our ballgame tonight, the Jody Kelsey Show will not be seen this evening so that we can bring you the conclusion of this ballgame. Doggone. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The 0-1.
1-1.
And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike two. Ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
One thing to take note of is how these last two batters have really driven up his pitch count. He's had to use 14 pitches already on them, and he's not even through this guy yet. 14.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Now the 3-2 pitch. Goes the other way as this is lined to left. Ramirez is there. Let's see if they test it. And they will not risk it. So with two away now, that go-ahead run is forced to hold tight at third base. Now to the plate, here is Rougned Odor. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Looked like he went around that time. They'll appeal down to third, and yes, sir, it's strike one. The 0-1. And this is in the dirt here as it bounds a few feet away. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. 1-1 the pitch. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. The set and the 2-1. Check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike two. And he strikes him out here here for round number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it. Let's leave one. Josh Naylor is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Here, not close, and it's 1-1 now.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Strike him out.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
The 1-0.
Hey, this offense has this closer in trouble right here. They have to find a way to keep applying pressure. I don't know, everybody top step in the dugout. Get on this guy and make him nervous.
Gallo is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Next up is Austin Hedges. The winning run stands at second base. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball is in there for strike 1.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that pitch.
The 0-2. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Nick Sandlin takes the hill now to begin the lucky 13th inning. Digging in now for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0. Hit hard down the left field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Now the 1-2 pitch. Lays off 2-2 now.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the corner a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Don't go too far. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton gets his shot next. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces. Next for New York, Giancarlo Stanton. He was robbed of a hit in his last at-bat, so he'll try to change his fortunes here.
Yeah, you got to control the controllables, Matty. All you can do is put barrel to baseball and see what happens. You cannot control the defensive wizardry on the other side.
And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And a swing and a miss. A big strikeout here, as it'll remain second and third, but with 1 away now.
The bat,
So the next to bat will be Luke Voigt. We'll see if he can deliver here. Runner still at second and third with one away now. Into the corner and slicing foul. Ready with the 0-1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Left fielder giving chase. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And a relay home. And this will go down as a sac fly and an RBI as it's now a 4-2 game.
Now batting.
Blake Parker, a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen.
Now pitching for the
Gio Urshela will be his first assignment upon entering as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. From the stretch. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
Hit hard down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2.
Nope, upstairs.
And he strikes him out here for out number 3, but the damage has been done as now they'll need. So the Indians lineup flips over, and to the plate, Ahmed Rosario. His prior history in this matchup, he's 0 for 5. And that misses for ball 1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Hedges ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. The tag, and he's safe. And the deficit is down to only 1 now.
the designated hitter, number 4.
Into the box now, Bradley Zimmer. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And he's got a chance to tie things up here as the equalizer sits just 90 feet away. Squeeze attempt, but it's popped up. Voigt is there, and he has it for the out. So stepping in is Jose Ramirez. The potential tying run for him at third base. First pitch coming, here it is. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Rosario takes his lead at third with 1 away. 2-1 to Jose Ramirez.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
Now a swing and a sharply hit ground ball. High in the air down the right field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Another one sent foul.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Hey, this has been an epic at-bat right here. I don't blame the pitcher for a little nibbling right there. Maybe get a swing and a miss. He didn't bite on that one, so now we go full count.
The next 3-2. And it's fouled away. So there's ball 4. And it wouldn't surprise me a bit to see the next guy get 4 wide ones as well. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Miles Straw. Trying to bring in the tying run from third here. Shows bunt as he gets this one down. And to score from third, the tying run. And he'll just put it in his pocket. It's an infield single. So credit him with an RBI as he really caught him by surprise there by dropping that down. Domingo Germán takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. Into the box, Harold Ramirez. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. The winning run at second, however, the double play in order here. Hard hit ball to second, and he drops it. Not particularly graceful there, and as a result, he'll be slapped with an E4 on the play. As it's on the ground toward the hole. Fielded cleanly, one there, relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So it's 2 runs. All set to begin the 14th inning, and that'll bring up Gary Sanchez. Here's the first pitch. The 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt here. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Foul right side. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal, hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
Joey Gallo is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a strikeout here yet again, as it's been a ballgame to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. And stepping in, Didi Gregorius. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little...
And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away. Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Rougned Odor. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
One of my pet peeves in the game. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. You're all over the heater. How are you late on that fastball?
Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
The 3-1 pitch.
Full count.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Looked like he swung at ball 4 right there. Clearly he saw something in that pitch that he liked out of the pitcher's hand, but that wasn't a pitch he was going to do a whole lot with.
Line hard, deep into left. And the inning will end as they're unable to cash in with 2 outs. Yanks strand a pair. This game's all. Now it'll be Brian Roquillo. The winning run stands at second base.
The second baseman.
A ball and no strikes. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Just missing here, 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
2-2.
Well, he's hoping to be a hero and drive in the winning run, but that swing tells me he's a little too amped up. You don't chase a pitch that badly if you're playing within yourself.
Count remains 2-2.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
Odor ranging into the outfield. He's there and records the first out. Chance to walk it off, and now here is Oscar Mercado. And a chance they walk him here to set up a double play that would keep the game tied. Here's the first pitch. Curveball taken outside to begin the at-bat. Ball 1. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. Possible game winners at second base here with 1 away. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. 3-2 to the Indian center fielder. Austin Hedges waits on deck. Lifted down the line in left. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Possible game winners at second base here with 1 away. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Big at-bat now, and here is Austin Hedges. The winning run stands at second base. There's a strike with the breaking ball. Hit back toward the mound. Gregorius is there on the first, and we're headed for a 15th as that ends the inning. James Karinchak gets to pitch in this one after all. Into the box, Aaron Judge is looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here. Here's the first pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Rosario brings it in, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Giancarlo Stanton now has got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Here's the first pitch. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. The 1-1 pitch. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2.
I wouldn't be surprised if he uses aggressiveness against him right here. If you're going to get a swing outside the zone 1-1, might as well fish a little bit further.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Giancarlo Stanton goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here's the first pitch. Shohei Ohtani is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. From the stretch, the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Hedges corrals it. The throw to first is in time, and the runner at second now. Nobody out. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. Here's the first pitch. And he takes ball 1.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
The 1-1 pitch.
That's ball 2. I got 2-1 to count.
There's a ground ball up the middle and into center field for a base hit.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try and do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
And here's indication from the dugout of an intentional pass, and that will load the bases here and set up the force at the plate. Stepping up is Jose Ramirez, and he has a great opportunity to win it here. Winning run at third base, nobody out. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. Possible winning run 90 feet away with nobody out. And it's quickly 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Now a fly ball, but far too shallow to get that run in. That ball's down, and in comes the winning run. And the Indians walk off as winners.
Well, the way things unfolded, you kind of had a sense that this thing was going to end in dramatic fashion, and that's exactly what happened. A walk-off for the win? Wow.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the